everyone, and welcome to In the Grove. Always happy to be with you. Our guest today is Chris Prochno.
Hello, everybody.
A very familiar face in our community.
Sometimes.
And before we get started on today's topic, Chris, wasn't there a time in your past history when you hosted a program?
Yes, Jane Trotter and I hosted a program very similar to this. It was before it was called In the Grove. We called it Coffee Clutch.
How many years are we going back for?
We did it in the late 90s, probably like 96, 97, 95. I think we did it for 2 or 3 years. And then in 97, we both decided to run for village trustee. And at the time...
And you were a little busy.
Well, it wasn't that we were a little busy. That it was deemed that it might be a conflict of interest for us to be on TV and getting free advertising while we were running for an elected position, which it made sense.
Yeah. So, but the format was kind of similar to what we talk about on In the Grove Village Topics.
Very, very similar. Very similar.
Okay. Well, your role now. Let's first of all talk about some history of Chris. You were our
history of Chris.
You've been had been our trustee for many years.
28 years.
20?
28.
28 years.
28 years, 4 years on the Plan Commission before that, 2 years on the Zoning Board before that, Coffee Clutch before that.
So you know the ins and outs of this village.
Well, things are always changing. You think you know, but things change quickly around here.
Yeah, so then you left that position how long ago?
The trustee position?
Yeah.
I retired. I didn't leave the position. I just chose not to run again. And in fairness, I announced when I ran for my last 4 years at the beginning that if I was elected, it would be my last time that I would run, because I really believed after 28 years, it's time to infuse the board with some new energy, some new thoughts, some younger people.
Let the other people come
and nobody wants to run against an incumbent. And so I made it very clear that I was not running. And we had two people step up to the plate that ran for trustee. One, unfortunately, was tossed off the ballot because he had some problems with his ballot. But we have Keith now, and I think he's doing a wonderful job. And, like I said, you're bringing some new ideas, some youth, different perspectives. It was time.
Time. We've heard that sentiment lately a lot with others that are in governmental positions. So it was very generous of you to think of it in that way.
Well, I think I put my time in.
Because you did an excellent
I loved what I was doing. I loved what I was doing, but, I'm getting older, too. My husband's getting older. We're reaching retirement age, and... there's things that may be different opportunities that we want to explore too.
Sure.
And it's a very big commitment to be a village trustee. You may think we just show up for the meetings twice a month.
No.
That's not at all what it involves. And
a lot of behind the scenes work in arranging different events that you were very much involved with.
This is an active village.
There's one event that even though you left being trustee, you still head up for us. And I can tell by that sparkling shirt, red, white, and blue, that you are still taking charge of our Memorial Day event.
Even when I announced that I was going to be retiring last year at the Memorial Day ceremony, Mayor Johnson asked if I would, in his terms, run the Memorial Day ceremony, and the word he used was for perpetuity. Perpetuity, what is that about?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, I did start the Memorial Day ceremony. It is my baby.
Oh, you originated.
Yes, I am the originator of the ceremony. And
so, what was your thought process at the time, Chris? You said we need something.
You mean how did this come about?
Right.
After I got elected in '97, I was working part-time at the senior center at the Park District, and I met another employee of the Park District, Pete Hicks. We all love Pete Hicks.
Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also a Vietnam veteran.
Love you, Pete. Yeah.
He would come to this Hattendorf quite often during the week, and we'd talk. We became very good friends. And as it got closer to Memorial Day, Pete came to me and said, "Why is it every year I have to take my family to another community to observe Memorial Day? Why don't we have something in Elk Grove Village to honor our veterans and then the ones who gave their lives and served?"
Especially, yeah.
And I said, "That's a very good question." So I went to Mayor Johnson and I said, "Why don't we have a Veterans Memorial Day ceremony?" And he said, "What a great idea.
Take it and run with it.
You're in charge, and it's yours. Go run with it." And we did. I went back to Pete. I said, "Okay, you're running with me."
Yeah, you're in this together.
And we did. The very first year that we ran it was in the spring of '98, Memorial Day of '98. And between the two of us, we were over at the Hattendorf making 5-gallon drums of of lemonade and iced tea and baking cookies and
the perfect host.
And then we were over here at the pavilion and in front by the flagpole,
right,
setting up the chairs and everything.
You did all that too?
We did that. All Pete and his family and myself and my family, we did that all ourselves the very first year. And it was hit or miss with the weather.
Right, I remember those outside events.
Because
they were really nice when they were out of doors, but then again, you're always relying on weather.
And after the first one, it got a lot easier. Mayor and the Park District both stepped up to the plate. And
how did that first one go? Pretty smoothly?
As smoothly as could be expected.
For the first time.
Well, putting together the program and having the speakers and knowing what was going on and It needed fine-tuning, and each year we do fine-tune it. It's a little bit different each year.
Yeah.
But
my favorite part is when they play the anthems and the different service people stand up when it's their branch.
Well, if it's all right with you, I could go over just a synopsis of our program.
Let's do that.
That way people know what to expect. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah.
Well, we always start with a welcome from Ken Hoving, our VFW post chaplain, and we advanced our color guard. We have the police and fire honor guard that always attend and participate. We do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we have the honor guard. They lower the flag to half-mast and play taps. And the taps will be played this year by the Elk Grove High School Jazz Ensemble, which is way a step above us having our pretend trumpet that plays it where you push a button. But we've done it. When you need to do it, you do it. We follow that with the national anthem, and I'm so excited to announce that we're going to have the Elk Grove High School Concert Choir singing our national anthem. And I imagine
what a nice addition.
I bet there's going to be a lot of goosebumps. And then we have a ceremony called the placing of the wreath. We have several organizations that come and present a wreath and put it down by the flag, and we salute them and honor. And then we have our speeches, our introductions. Al Branke is the VFW post commander, and he will give a speech. Then we'll have a few speeches. Mayor Johnson, of course, will speak.
Yes.
In the past, we've had congressmen, state representatives. It's very difficult to predict because Memorial Day is right at the end of their sessions.
Because Rajna, he's been here the last few years.
He's been very good to Elk Grove Village in both attendance and the things that he's done to support our community. And so because they may be called back to Washington, D.C. or down to Springfield, we never know for sure until that day who's going to be available to speak. But it's always we always have a good turnout.
After the
we also
playing
have
of the
we have representation from the American Legion and from the VFW, so we have speakers from both. And then we announce our honored guests that are there, and we have so many people that representatives of the community, trustees, people from the library trustees, Park District, surrounding communities. So, and then I get to close up the act with the folding of the flag ceremony. And I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but whenever there's a military funeral, excuse me, at the gravesite they do a flag folding ceremony with the honor guard, and the honor guard takes the flag, and they fold it, fold by fold. There's 13 folds, and what's interesting to note is that it's not just an arbitrary 13 folds. Each fold has a significant meaning. And so when I read the folding of the flag ceremony, I tell what each flag means as the Police and Fire Commission does the folding. And when they're done, they place it in their hands and present it to me as if I was the widow.
Oh, and
I cry every year. I know
it's kind of overwhelming when you think.
But it's so significant, and it's such an honor, such a way to honor those who have left us. And I'm so proud of our community for doing this ceremony, and remembering that we're going into our 250th year of freedom in the United States, our 70th year to celebrate our village, and we need to acknowledge the people who sacrificed their life.
Chris, you're tearing up.
I still get emotional.
Yeah, that's so sweet. Yeah. Well, absolutely. I mean, my father landed at Normandy Beach, so it's only by grace that I'm here.
My dad was a World War II veteran who was stationed in Germany, and actually met my mother, who was a German citizen, and married her.
I think that's why it's so significant.
I think everybody has a story, though.
Yeah.
Everybody has something.
still have any Gold Star families in our community?
We may have one.
Yeah.
We may have one. At one point, we had 4. We lost 4.
Yeah.
We lost 4 from Elk Grove High School. And their statue is in the village parking lot to honor them. So then, anyway, after we finish the folding of the flag,
it is an emotional day.
yeah, we celebrate. We also, want to celebrate the people that come to honor them and respect them. And we serve. We have refreshments. We have cherished
Well,
bakery
they
cookies.
always come through with some nice cookies.
Yeah, very nice. And the Lions Club generously offers to host that.
Right.
Not providing them, but serving them on that day.
Yeah.
So all in all, and it's, and we sing God Bless America, and you just feel good and feel like you've honored.
It's a great way to start that day.
It's a great way to start that day. It's a great way to honor.
Because that's what that day is about.
Yeah. And, wear the poppy. Remember the poppy fields of Normandy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and the whole thing, it seems like there's a lot going on, that it's going to go on and on and on. Really, the whole ceremony itself runs about 40 minutes.
Right.
A small amount of time to pay to honor what.
So now you've moved the event from outdoors to the gymnasium.
Oh, that happened. We were several years outdoor. The advantage of being outside was the honor guard got to shoot off their guns. They love to shoot off their guns, and they could do that. They could do that outside. And I had a gentleman, Bob Voss, who recently passed away, who was a World War II pilot, and he was able to get, I think it was a C-52, and do a flyover for 3 or 4 years in a row. And just to see that old-time plane flying over.
Gee.
Yeah, it was awesome. And that was when gas was cheap. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
After 3 or 4 years, it got a little cost prohibitive.
Oh,
and then the weather started. The weather is always a factor. And so after 3 or 4 or 5 years, 6 years, arguing with Mayor Johnson, who wanted to bring it in from the beginning, he said, Chris, we had days that it was 90 degrees. And a lot of
they're older
people. A lot of seniors in the crowd, and people were, the Boy Scout, oh my God, I forgot, we get help from the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts.
Well, I remember them processing in.
They help us with the pledge, they pass out the flags. And when we were outside, they were passing out water.
Yeah.
I mean, so finally Mayor Johnson said, let's just give it a try, okay? How about a trial run? Let's bring it inside for 1 year into the park district, into the pavilion, into their main gym, and then we'll decide. And of course, well, history says.
Right. But it turned out wonderful to be in the gym.
And you know what? We found blanks for the VFW to shoot off their guns with blanks, and then when we couldn't get blanks, they just went out the back door and did it.
Oh, still the same.
You find ways to adjust. But it's a wonderful ceremony. We get several hundred people in attendance.
Yes.
Channel 6 covers it for those who can't be there, which is awesome.
Yeah. It's just a great way. Isn't it the first event of each season? Well, probably our first.
We kind of call it the kickoff.
The village event is Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you all prepared for this one this year?
I am. I have Laura Awig now. She's in charge of special events for the village, and she's a godsend. I mean, she just adds a professional touch to everything that she works on, and she makes it easy to work with staff. And she's like, everything is right.
So you're planning to continue years into the future?
Perpetuity, you mean?
Yeah, that word again.
We have to play it year by year and see what's going on. Who knows what the future holds?
Right, but for now.
Yeah, and I also forgot to mention one of the nice things, that the flag that we used during the ceremony was donated by Congressman Henry Hyde. It flew over the Capitol building in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's pretty special.
Very special. And he donated that flag to Trustee Pat Feichter, who also has recently passed away. And he gifted it to me to use for the ceremony. So it has very special significance. Meaning, I bring it out once a year.
Yeah. How early do you personally get started on that day? Do you even sleep the night before?
Right as soon as the new year begins, we start. Laura and I start. But I said I have to give credit. She handles most of the detail work these days, and I handle that day event. The greeting of the guests and organizing, keeping the announcements going. Our VFW members Terry Tommaso is our master of ceremonies.
Another nice man.
And he just loves to play around with names when he's announcing names. So
sounds like you have a lot of fun that day as well.
We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun.
Well, I'm, thanks to Pete for bringing up that idea to you so many years ago that we needed something in our community, because it is a wonderful way to begin the summer and a special way to remember what is so vitally important to the fact that we are here and live as we do.
Pete passed away last year also, and I also wanted to mention the name Bill Firestone. The first year Pete and I really were working together, but Bill Firestone, also a member of the VFW, jumped right in after the first year and helped out, and he passed away a few years back too. Well, we're all getting older, and it's going to happen.
But it's just, again, thank you, even though you're not part of the board trustee, and thank you for staying so active in this very important event for us, Chris.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Look forward to seeing. So again, just to remind the viewers, we know the date, obviously, and it will be at
10:45.
10:45.
10:45, and like I said, it will go no longer than 11:30. But it always starts at 10:45. That's the significance. There's a significance to that time.
And the other thing it was always nice when you go, you find someone that you haven't seen in a while there. It's fun to say hello to some of your neighbors that we've been hibernating over the winter. And
you also see some missing seats of people who didn't make it
there that year, yeah. But a lot of red, white, and blue.
Definitely a lot of red.
You got to wear that shirt because that's perfect.
Thank you very much. I wanted to be a little patriotic here.
It's so nice to be with you again, Chris. Thank you for all your years of service in this community.
You're very welcome.
You've really made a mark. And we're glad that the mayor convinced you for perpetuity to
It's
stay
been my
on.
honor and pleasure to serve this community. We're a wonderful community. I've lived here since 1956, and there's no place else I'd rather be.
Oh boy, that's wonderful. A lot of history.
Yes.
So you're really celebrating the birthday, to be sure.
I'll definitely be volunteering for a lot of events.
We hope you'll come back and tell us what else you're going to stay involved with throughout our birthday and upcoming years. I'm sure you're still thinking of ways you can contribute. Will we see you at the parade?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've given myself a job at the parade. I've appointed myself the ambassador of goodwill at the grandstand. The way the parade is set up, when the cars go by, when they go by the grandstand, the grand marshals are in the very first, right in the very beginning.
Sure.
So when they get past the reviewing stand, they get off. Well, the mayor's car and trustees' cars are farther back. There's a good 25 to 30
so they
minutes.
Need someone to welcome
So
them.
I've noticed that when the grand marshals and their families are there, they don't know what to do.
No,
so
they got Chris.
So I offered last year to Craig. I said I'll stand in the grandstand and I'll offer them refreshments.
And he said, "What a
tell
great
them."
idea! Take it and run with it."
And he says, "You are, He said, "I'll be your official ambassador of goodwill." And he said, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah.
But it did help because these people haven't been in the parade before.
Sure.
They don't know where they should be sitting or what they should be doing.
So
and I'm not sitting on the float for the first time in 28 years.
Might as well. That's a great idea too. So we'll see you Memorial Day and at the
I'll
parade.
see you. You'll probably be announcing again.
Oh, yeah, that's always a fun event.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Chris. Love you. Thanks
Love
for all
you too,
you
Sue.
do.
And I love Elk Grove.
Yeah, we can tell. Shining example. And we thank you, all of you, for being with us today on In the Grove. We look forward to being with you next time. Have a great day, everybody.